In this video, we'll look at some basics of multimeter. So multimeter is an electronic device which measures different electronic and electrical quantities like voltage, current, resistance, continuity, working of diode. It can be AC voltage, DC voltage, AC current, DC current, and as we can see, there are some sockets for connection, and this section measures DC voltage, as you can see from the symbol. This section measures AC voltage. This is for AC current, this is for DC current, and this for resistance. Here it has the symbol for diode also and for continuity. Now we'll look at some connections for this. So we have some probes. These are called probes, as you can. These are connected as follows. This is the common point which acts as the ground for both voltage and current. So we connect black to ground, which symbolizes it. This is for voltage and resistance. So we connect the red one to voltage or for resistance. Now let's say if we need to measure some resistance first of all. So here we have some resistances like these, as we can see. The two resistances of different values. So we'll set this to a value like these. Defines the ranges. These are the ranges. First is 200 ohms, then 2 kilo ohms, 20 kilo ohms, 200 kilo ohms, 2 mega ohms, and 20 mega ohms. We'll set it to a particular value to we assume. Now as per the color coding of this resistance, so this is brown, black and brown. So as per the color chart, this will be 100 ohms. So we'll set it to 2k or the range. See if we can get the appropriate value. Yeah, it's showing around 0.097. So that's approximately 100 ohms. So for different resistance, this is of much higher value, and we get to see the value. It is showing 1 point something. That means it's out of the range. It is not within the range. So we change the range to get it to this, and we get 2.22. So it's in 20 kilo ohms range. That means this is 2.2 kilo ohms. Now this is how we select the range and to measure the resistance. Now if we need to see the connections are proper or not, so that is for continuity. Continuity means it will give a buzzer when these two probes current can flow through these two probes without any breakage. And if we switch to resistance, this will show zero resistance. Okay, zero resistance means it is directly connected, and for continuity it gives a beep like this. So let's say we take a wire and we connect two ends of it. So if we put another probe on insulation like this, so it is not connected, it won't give you any beep or sound. But as soon as we touch to the other end, it is connected. Connection lost, connected. Not connected, connected. So this is for continuity. Now to check the diode, we have diode. Select it to diode selector knob, and see, in diode we have a positive end and a negative end. Let me try to focus on this if I can get it. Yeah, here. Here we get it. So there you see there is a black band over here. Black band represents the negative, and the other side of it represents positive. A black band is negative, other side is positive. So for diode we know it's a one-way switch, so current will flow in only one direction. So if I connect negative, to with the negative and positive with the positive, it will give me some reading depending on the type of diode we are using. Okay, but if we connect it in opposite manner, so here we change the position. Now negative is connected to positive and positive is connected to negative. It is open. As we can see, it is open now. That means nothing, no current is flowing, no connectivity is there within the diode. So if I place positive to positive, negative to negative, it gives me some reading. That means some potential difference is created. And if I invert it, no current is flowing. So diode is working okay. It is acting as a one-way switch. So that's how diodes are checked through multimeters. Next we try to measure some voltage. I have a double A battery over here. So this end is positive and this end is negative for a battery. So we'll select it to voltage. See, it's a 1.5 volt battery, and so we select it to 2 volts to get it within the range. So even if I put it at 200 milliohms, which one should not do because it may damage your multimeter, so it's going out of range. We put it to 2 volts and it is showing 1.598, that means around 1.5 volts. That's how we measure DC voltage. Now to measure current, here we see written as MA and 10A, that is in the range of milliampere. If current is low, you are using small values and some low value current flowing through LEDs and all, and 10 ampere is for bigger electrical equipment which consumes more current. So if you will use this in this connection and set it to ammeter, your multimeter will get damaged. It's not like I can keep my probes here only and use it to measure current. It will damage my multimeter. So you have to be very much sure and particularly careful about it to use ammeter when it's connected to for ammeter only. So we'll take common probe will remain here only, and the positive probe will be connected to one of the ammeters. This is ammeter which measures current, and for milliampere range it will be connected here. For higher amperes it will be connected here. So I have a small setup here through which we can measure current. This is a set of LEDs through which I am giving power supply. Okay, so ammeter is always connected in series. We need to understand from which direction current is flowing. This is my board through which I am giving supply to LEDs, and so positive is connected. Current will flow from positive to LEDs, and from this wire it will come out to the ground. So this forms a positive direction from here. So I'll connect positive battery to connect through a non-conducting surface. I'll use the connections from here. So here it is connected and ground is put. Its current will flow from here and it starts glowing. The circuit is complete and the current flowing is around 0.27 milliampere as it is set on 2 milliampere range. Okay, so these are the basics of multimeter. There is another portion, as you can see. It's a small portion. This one, HFE, it gives the properties for transistor. So on the basics, if you need to test the NPN or with the basics, if you need to test the NPN or PNP transistor through this, what you need to do is you take a transistor like this. This is a simple BC547 transistor. You may not be able to see its number. If you can see, Yeah, there you go. BC547. 547 is an NPN transistor. So here we see the three things are written. That's NPN, emitter, base, collector. So for a transistor, if you hold it like this, its first leg is collector, then base, then emitter. So we put in like this, which shows emitter, base, collector. So this one is emitter, this one is base, this one is collector. And we first of all we set it to HFE and insert a transistor in this. You may get some value like this. So it tells the possible gain of the transistor, or the transistor is working fine. If transistor is damaged, it will show zeros or out of range depending on the condition in which it is damaged. And this is an older model of a multimeter. Nowadays we are getting multimeter in which we don't have to set the range, we just need to set whether we need to measure resistance, voltage, or AC voltage, DC voltage, or current. It will set the values on its own. Thank you guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel to get more stuff like this.